entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Ferris, second by Mr. Jones. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
The next item is the approval and the ratification of the bill list. Are there any questions about the bills?
I'll make a motion, Bob. Accept the bills.
Motion by Mayor Miller to ratify the bill list. Is there a second? Second by Mr. Alley. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
At the last meeting, you were given the July and August 2024 financial statements. Is there a motion to approve both those?
I'll make that.
Motion by Mr. Jones,
I'll second it.
second by Mr. Ferris. All in favor?
Aye.
No visitors. Now down to unfinished business. We had previously discussed and authorized the superintendent to get a memorandum of understanding between Extreme Sports and the city of Leitchfield through its utility commission signed. That was signed on October the 11th, 2024. Lori, should there be a motion second and a passing to present that as part of the minutes, or you just want to say that we are acknowledging?
Recorded it.
Yeah, I
Alright.
think we just needed to mention it, because I'm gonna just
Alright.
copy and put it in the minutes for easy reference if we ever need it.
So that unfinished business is now finished, I guess, is
Yeah.
what we're saying.
I've got, and I'll have Deanna send it to you.
Okay.
So that has been signed and recorded.
Yes, it has.
Any other unfinished business? Dwight, you want to give us I think you may have done it, but an update on the vac truck? It's supposed to be here.
The new vac truck will be here next Wednesday, and we're going to have training on it Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
And also, you know, on the other one, we had previously paid rent to store it, but we've got us a building now on our property for this new one to be put into, or close
The
to
other
it.
one, we had storage for it, but this other one is larger, so we're in the process of building a building to house it, and it's framed up. We're just, we're trying to find someone to put the metal on it. Our guys framed it, but I'd rather hire somebody to put the metal on it than our guys climbing around on it.
Okay. Any other unfinished business? Under new business, the agenda item is a procedure for handling delinquent and unpaid bills. Dave, do you want to?
We've been working on this, Dwight, Lori, Alicia, and myself have been working on this, trying to figure out exactly how we can make sure we collect all these unpaid bills. What we want to do is we want to amend the ordinance that the city of Leitchfield has to make it very clear. And let me explain to you what I'm talking about. I'll try not to take too much of your time. But ordinance 6323 talks about unified utility bills procedure to disconnect for non-payment. And we collect the solid waste along with the water, sewer, and gas, as you well know, and they're consolidated and itemized on a single periodic billing by the Utility Commission. Non-payment, under B of that section, non-payment of any services billed on the consolidated billing shall constitute delinquency in the payment of the entire consolidated billing by the person or entity responsible for such payment and shall result in the termination of all utility services provided by the city pursuant to the terms of the utility disconnection policy established by the Utility Commission. I want to redo our policy, and I want to redo this statute and this ordinance. The reason I want to redo the ordinance is I want to state clearly that the owner of the property, when the bill has been incurred, the property itself will stand liable for this property and will be a lien on the property. We can do that by virtue of the law of the state of Kentucky. We've got several cases that say we can do that, and we are doing it now. We can, but we are not doing it with regard to persons who transfer their property. Now, we've got some transfers, and it amounts to, what is it, Alicia, about $4,000, $6,000?
Over 6,000.
$6,000 through the period of time that they'll transfer their property, and the new people will come in, they'll sign up, and they'll get their service. And then we've got a delinquent bill, and the other owners slip away and they're gone. And that's through a period of time. Now, that's not over just a year or anything. That's the total bill we have. We're going to eliminate that problem. The way we're going to eliminate it, it will be a lien on the property, and it will stay with the property. And as the Court of Appeals has stated, that it's for the benefit of the property owner, it's for the benefit of the property. It does not regard, it has no regard to the renter. It's a situation, if the renter doesn't pay it, the owner of the property, whoever owns that property, it will be a lien on that property. Now, we'll also disconnect the service. And that'll just literally eliminate all these delinquencies we have. So I'll put together if it's all right with you, I'll go ahead and put together a draft and bring it to you, and then we can go over it in detail. But that's where I want to go with this. We also want to redo our rules and regulations to make sure and make it very clear what's going on here. We also want to make sure that these rules and regulations are, of course, the ordinance will be published, so people will know about that. And so that'd be published, and and Mayor will tell you that's the way we do that. That's published. We publish that, and then it's read twice, isn't it, Mayor? And that's the way that's done. And we'll also publish this. And what we'll do also is we'll put that on the website. That for some reason, that was overlooked and wasn't put on the website. It needed to have been put on the website. It needs to be on our website. Any new person who comes and signs up for service will get a copy of this, and it will be explained to them that, in fact, look, we're going to go read this bill. But now, if the owner of the property, we're going to send them a copy. We're going to send them this bill. If it's a renter, we're going to send them, and if they don't pay it, the owner whose name it's in at that particular time is responsible for paying that bill, or we have to disconnect the whole thing. Now, that'll solve the problem with regard to somebody that has a trailer and there's the unpaid bill, so they just move the trailer to another place and hook it up again. It's going to solve that problem. We'll solve all those problems. So that's what we want to do, and I would hope that you would give me permission to go ahead and do that and put it together, and I'll bring it to you for a draft.
Alicia, do we require any type of landlord agreement or any type of proof when they come in, renters come in, that the landlord knows?
Yes.
Basically signed off that, so that could be part of that too. As long as they know, I'm good with, as long as they know
We
that
just
they're
want to make sure
liable.
everybody has notice, and that's a good point, and we're doing that now. But that we want to make sure that they got it, and they'll also get a copy of this too, so that everybody realizes that, look, you can't just run away and leave an unpaid bill here.
Yeah, as long as everybody can be apprised of what's the rules are. then,
Right,
you know.
going forward.
And our current application, correct me if I'm wrong, on the backside already has the information that the landlord liable for the bill if it's not paid. So the landlord is signing that application whether everybody reads the back or not. I
Right,
don't know.
we're doing that now.
Good.
So-
I wasn't sure if we were. I thought maybe.
But we're going to
we
put
were.
it in the rules and regulations too.
Yeah.
And the statute itself, the ordinance itself, I'm sorry, not the statute, the ordinance itself, as you know, states that the utility commission is responsible for the sole maintenance and operation of the utility system. In addition to that, they're responsible for billing, collecting the bills, promoting bills, rules and regulations in order to carry out their duties. And so that's in there, and that's been approved by the courts too.
Okay.
So we should be in good shape, and we need everybody to know what's going on.
Right.
I agree.
Any other questions or comments? Is it the consensus to direct Dave to present that policy to us? I don't guess we take any action other than.
No, I just want
we're
to make sure
waiting.
everybody's on board with it. If that's the case, and that's where we're going with it, okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Next item is the Kentucky Infrastructure Authority Grant and Assistance Agreement for 22 CWS 144, the lift station project. Who wants to comment on that? That's part of your packet back here, the amended and restated supplemental grant.
One, I think.
What was that number? 766, 746? I don't.
790 something.
790. I couldn't remember. I'd have to look on my email, but
797,
796.
okay.
796.
What's this number?
796.
For what, though?
That's for the lift
For
station
the lift
project.
station. That includes that extra that,
Yeah,
that we.
And the-
We originally had
The extra
500.
amount was $292,079, is that, according to my figures, is that not right?
I think so, yeah. And we got an email yesterday.
Right.
Spelling out
yeah.
Dave's got it, Lori's got it, spelling out the requirements and all that.
There's one thing I want to call your attention to, that it's in the, and we went over the terms and conditions that they sent us, and we can only use that money, of course, for the lift station. So if there's any money left over, we won't be able to use it for other projects. It's audited and we have to turn it back, which is only, you can understand why that would be. Dwight was hoping they could use it somewhere else, but.
Yeah, I was hoping to use access for,
But we're not.
if everything, if there's no change orders, the project total cost is $722,000.
What would that, how would that work, Dave, if, let's say we're building the lift station there, if there was somebody in close proximity that wanted to develop an area to extend that line, would that be kosher at all, being it would be
Have to do.
attached to that lift station?
Have to do a change of plans, have to do a change order. And the way this thing reads, you can do change orders if they're approved. Of course, they have to be approved.
It'd be how much trouble would something like that be, paper-wise?
I don't know the answer to that.
I think that'd be an Adam
Yeah, I think
question.
that I don't think it would be that big a problem to do a change order, but I'm just speaking, I don't know.
I not had anybody ask about that, but I know some guys got some plans out in there, and I just wondered if you did that as part of a
Part of the.
project. Of course,
part
it
of
may
the
not
project.
cover the extra it take for that. I just-
Cover part of it. Of course, I mean, you're looking at engineering fees then, and that wouldn't take, once you count the engineering fees, it wouldn't take you very far.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Would still be held. And say giving it back.
But is there any actual action we need to take, or is that for information?
No, I thought
for
we had
now?
to go ahead and I contacted Don Shear today, and he sent me forms, but they're the forms we've already signed, so I think Lori and I looked at that again a little while ago. And we
Yeah,
think
I
we-
guess we'll just need approval for them to sign this one, the assistance agreement.
Right.
Everything else has already been signed.
I think everything's.
And so who signed the first agreement? Was that Harold or was it
Well,
Dwight?
I think Harold was signing everything before.
Yeah, Harold had,
And I think Harold's name was on it, that's the reason I
Yeah.
sent it to him.
So,
The mayor just needs to sign the assistance agreement.
would there be a motion and second to authorize the mayor to sign on behalf of us for the motion by Keith,
I'll second it.
second by Mr. Ferris? Any discussion?
No.
Motion for Mayor Miller to sign the grant assistance agreement for 22 CWS. All in favor? Hereby passed.
I won't vote on this. I guess is that the thing to do?
No.
Don't
no,
matter.
You can vote on it.
Yeah, you can vote on it.
Yeah, I think you're fine.
You're okay. One thing we might ought to add on that, Lori and I, we looked at this, and we don't think that we need to sign new resolutions, but in case we do need to sign a new resolution, and I need to sign a new letter, we'd like to have you go ahead and do a motion to allow the mayor to go ahead and sign that too. That's the same thing he's already signed, but they may require us to get the dates the same, the date that he signs this may have to be the same as that. I don't know, but
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know the answer to that either. So we'll find out.
Okay.
We need to amend our motion.
No, you can just do another motion if you would, and that, in case we need it, we can go ahead and we can go ahead and do a new resolution, and I'll do the legal opinion and I'll redo it.
I'll make a motion that if there's any additional paperwork that needs to be signed on behalf of the commission, that the mayor be allowed to do that,
Including the resolution.
including the resolution.
I'll second
Motion by Mr. Ferris, second by Mr. Jones.
That'll take care of
Any
it.
discussion? All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Aye.
I believe that ought to take care of it. Good news.
Any other new business? In your packet, you've got a listing of the cash accounts of the commission and our CDs. So that's under the other, so that's for your informational purposes. Make note, though, that we are going to be bleeding some cash soon because, as we mentioned, the vac truck is going to be delivered Wednesday. Remind me of what that was again, it's about 500,000.
Yeah, a little over 500.
And then you've got the 2 new tool trucks that will need to be paying for.
Have two new tool trucks be here in November. I think they're both coming at the same time. And we have a backhoe be here any day.
So,
It's Christmas, Bob.
yeah, start taking that out of your cash account there that you, when you first glance at that thing and think, hey, that's really nice, but we're getting ready to exit some of that cash, so. Next chamber lunch is Thursday, November the 14th at noon. Please let Lori know no later than November the 11th if you plan to attend that on behalf of the commission and the city. Any other business?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Motion by Mr. Ferris to adjourn, second by Mr. Jones. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned.